Yow! What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to our broadcast tonight. This is eXtelevision. We're bringing you some UGC Plat Highlander action. Week 5 Steel, Menace to Society versus Bote. I'm your host, eXtine, and I'm joined by Grizz. How you doing, buddy?
What's up, guys? Just glad to be here, man.
Yeah. CP Steel should be a lot of fun. Attack, defend. A map that, before maybe used to take a bit of time, but it seems like everybody's kind of sped up on offense here and really kind of figured out how to attack it. Does that sound about right to you?
Yeah, I mean, Steel's still a map that can really go either way, but looking at both teams tonight, based on mTs's and Bote's aggression, I think we're going to see some pretty quick times, some pretty aggressive plays from both of them.
And we do have two talented teams here, that's for sure. Let's run down some rosters for Menace to Society. We have Squid on Scout, Remedy on Soldier, Pyro played by Katsy, Giraffe the Demo Man, Dill on Heavy, Spam Fest the Engineer, Harblue on Medic, Chingu on Sniper, and Akuma on Spy. Over for Bote, Free State on Scout, CJ the Soldier tonight, Geosis on Pyro, Muma on Demo Man, Tiny on Heavy Weapons Guy, Skag the Engineer, Just in Time the Medic, Corsa on Snipes, and Demento on Spy. We saw some good action out of Bote last week, and well, mTs, a perennial powerhouse here in UGC Highlander. What are your feelings about these two teams, Grizz?
This matchup, I think, this week is probably going to be the hardest to tell for a variety of reasons. I think mTs brings a little bit of instability with this week's roster. I think it's actually Lunacide on Heavy, I believe. Or at least that's who they've been scrimming with, and that's who was just in the server. But they're also switching over soldiers and medics recently, so we're going to see how that plays out. But as well, Bote team really hasn't had a season on Steel, so we'll see how they can compete for their first time. They've been doing pretty well in scrims, though, so I'm expecting a lot.
Yeah, Steel is certainly a unique map. I mean, it kind of pulls you in all sorts of different directions. And, the most comparable map is Gravel Pit, which isn't really played anymore. And in both the maps, you kind of have these moments where you just have to make these, like, clutch decisions of, like, do we ditch that point? Do we get more aggressive, try to push past it? Which way do we swing the team? And if an offensive push succeeds, you can end up with a very quick time. But if it fails, you can sometimes get caught up on some of these points and have difficulties getting through. Similar to Gravel Pit, A is kind of a conceded point. There's definitely a good fight for B that sometimes can drag on. And then actually what's unique about Steel is you got that capability to just kind of push into E, and that's kind of where every matchup ends up going real unique. Sometimes people can capture E without even capturing C, so it gets pretty exciting there. But a team that knows how to rotate and apply these different pressures and move through these points really is the teams that succeed on CP Steel.
Yeah, you brought up a really important point there, in that you have to commit as a team to your pushes, or you're just not going to break some of these holds, especially B and E later on if you can't get those last couple. But I think that's where mTs takes an advantage here, and that Harblue is an incredible main caller. He's probably one of the best Highlander main callers right now, and he knows what he wants to do with the team. And along with that, Giraffe also has a great sense of where he needs to be and will follow directions and also direct his team if need be. Whereas Bote really doesn't have a voice like that. Muma has been doing a lot more recently, especially on Viaduct last week, had a great match against Candy. And Justin, of course, a very smart medic, but no one really with the same verbal talent as Harblue. So it'll be interesting to see if Bote can kind of match the coordination that mTs brings through their practice and scrims.
Yeah, that's definitely for sure the notes about Harblue. I mean, he's a screamer, knows how to boss his team around, and he's excellent in all positions. But in Highlander, he's played medic exceptionally well. Really, I think he thrives off that paranoia, and watching out for spies and maybe getting some uber sauce on spies. And definitely knows how to coach his team around, and we should see really excellent rotations from mTs. Let's break down some of the raw skill matchups. you think Muma versus Giraffe, does that lead in favor of Muma or MTS?
Giraffe versus Muma is a really interesting matchup. Muma, of all the players that I've had the pleasure of playing with, is probably the best game day player I've ever had on my team. He brings a sense of competitiveness that is refreshing, and along with that, just his gameplay when he steps into the match is leaps and bounds above where it is in scrims. Giraffe, however, in the last few seasons has proven that, I mean, he is a top plat demo. He did great last season on Highlander players, and he's coming back on MTS this season looking for an even better finish. I want to give the advantage to Muma on this map. It's really close. I would argue that it could go, I'm sure you could argue that it goes either way. I just think Muma is going to bring a lot of intensity, and because he is main calling, his team's going to play around him a little bit more rather than the medic. So I think he's going to get a lot more heals and be kind of the playmaker for both tonight.
Another matchup that seems to typify a lot of Highlander matches is the sniper battle. Steel, there's certainly a couple important spots that you can rotate into, as well as kind of like breaking the hold on B, you know, with a skillful shot on somebody. Who do you think is going to take it between Corsa and Chingu, both very talented players?
This is one of the matchups that I think is going to go in Bote's favor pretty decisively. I think Corsa right now is as hot as any sniper in Highlander. And if he brings his A game, there's not a lot of people who can keep up, and even less who can really out-frag him. We'll see how much it comes into on a point or on a map like Steel, but I'm going to give that one to Corsa. I think Chingu is going to make a lot of plays. He's played Steel a bunch of seasons, especially as sniper, so he knows where to be. He knows the clever spots, so I'm sure we'll see a couple of really nice picks from him. But Corsa just has a presence that he brings that is terrifying if you're playing against him.
That's a good way to put it. Now, also, is there any, do you think there's any kind of newer styles or item strategies that come into play on this? You know, anything that's kind of been tricky or that teams are trying to accommodate into their play on Steel? Or do you think it's pretty straightforward in terms of loadouts?
I think there's a couple holds that I've seen this week in scrims that I really haven't seen before this season. Some that have been very, very effective. And I'm sure we'll see them. I don't want to give away any spoiler alerts because they'll be interesting to comment on. But as far...
Yeah, don't choke.
Sorry.
Yeah.
As far as items, I don't really expect anything too crazy. Maybe Machina on B, something to just get that first initial kind of shock factor. Maybe some different spy loadouts as the game goes on, certainly from Cloak and Dagger. Other than that, I'm really expecting a pretty stock style loadout from both teams. Skag and Spamfest probably going to run standard level 3s on defense and mini sentries on offense. Maybe some level 3s from Spamfest. But yeah, we'll see. I don't really expect anything crazy.
All right, well, we'll have to see how it breaks down. Squid and Free State both tend to stick to their scatterguns, so we don't have any Ibby Soda Popper coming out. But we never know. Looks like we have finally gone live here, question mark. Yes, indeed. Soap plugins unloaded. Mission has begun. Well, at least 60 seconds at a time, whatever. And we'll start to get a peek what these teams will do setting up here. Menace to Society. Starting off on defense, set one of this 3-set stopwatch fight.
Yeah, as Mustard has said a couple of times when he's casted, I think the defense on a map like Attack and Defense has a little bit of an advantage. It might just be mental, it might be nothing, but I like to try and pick defense, and MTS as an aggressive team is going to want to have a time set that they can smash. But nice sticky trap that they kind of faked and moved around. Giraffe looking for that early pick, but Bote looking out. Looks like they're gonna rush A, but there's a couple of players here, so we'll see if there's a fight or if they just end up giving it up.
Yeah, Harblue fairly far forward here, but you know he's just getting the buffs out there right now. Now
Chingu
then retreats back to the door.
He's waiting there. Right now going over to A. Really just pressuring him out, making sure to keep Medic inside. Nice work by Muma getting the frag there on Squid. That's going to open it up a lot as they push into A. Pretty standard, not really much pressure. Making sure there's no sticky traps on the point and getting ready to push that second point.
Yeah, Akuma was cloak and dagger, just standing there waiting for things, but a little detonator jump by Geosis.
We just missed a huge frag by Demento onto Hardblue for the frag there, so that was a huge play, and he got taken out by Spamfest shortly after. I was watching A point like an idiot, and there we go. Of course, going down to Chingu, that's an unfortunate pick, but they do have full Uber advantages. Lunaside just sitting up in that window. Right now, they're keeping that sentry gun up. Nice job by Spamfest. They're doing a great job of deflecting this right now. Bote has to get the rest of their team, and just in time goes down to Giraffe. That's a great pick. It's going to re-even the Ubers up. That's an unfortunate repush.
It's also going to allow for MTS to have the time to switch over to E. There's a fuck over there, though, for sure. Corsa
takes down Chingu, and the sentry goes down by Demento, who's really keeping the pressure on. Katsy thinks she found him. I think he is going to go down there. Right now, Akuma going down. Nice work by Geosis. They're pressuring out this sentry gun. They really want to keep this pressure up that they got from that early Uber pick.
Now this is where they have to kind of watch out a little bit. You know, it's good to stretch the team thin with E, but you have to have enough gun power to actually force it to B.
The Hardblue goes down again.
Wow.
A nice stab by Demento, who's going absolutely huge in this first couple minutes here. That's exactly what they need. Justin just staying alive here as they pressure out the sentry gun. Corsa takes down Chingu again. Excellent shot as he's winning the sniper battle right now. And again, they're just kind of pressuring him out of B, just manhandling them as they're keeping that pressure on E as well.
Yeah, with those picks on Hardblue, there's really nothing that MTS could do at that point to stay in the fight on B. The manpower is there, 5 players for Blue on the capture, and the pressure on E was just enough of a distraction to really kind of keep things in check. Hardblue must have been kind of calming about that and how to deal with it, and well, got stabbed again.
Corsa takes down Spamfest, which is actually a pretty big pick as they're not going to have a sentry gun up. Right now, Just in Time has that 50% advantage. They need to push in on this. They need to be aggressive as they're pushing that BC connect, waiting for Corsa to get a pick. Remedy goes down to the mini sentry. Right now, they're just getting a ton of time on E.
Wow, yeah.
MTS needs to react right now as they're putting Chingu over to try and force out the E. Nice snipes by Chingu as he takes him out. But Corsa, again on the 4-kill streak, returns. Justin goes down. Oh my god, huge play by Giraffe.
Yeah, madness out here as Hardblue finally rotated under, but that big play by Giraffe has enabled him to come back up with this Uber charge, clear out the C point. More time being put on E, but the last player, I think that must have been Geosis, just goes down.
Yeah.
So it's clear for the moment.
Right now,
they're just kind of recover.
They're rotating around, just putting a lot of pressure on all the points. As they're getting kind of flanked here from D as they really need to retake. Hardblue resituating himself in that BC connector. This is one of those holds I was talking about. It's really hard to push into if you can't get that medic. But right now, Muma's getting the heal. He is going to get flanked by, sorry, I almost said Lunaside there to take down Muma. That's a great pick. Spamfest goes down to Corsa. And right now, they're just keeping up this pressure on E. They're keeping MTS honest and having to rotate to every point.
Yeah, it's not quite enough, though. And I mean, that's, again, the dangers of being split. Like, you really have to commit to E. Without that bridge down, it's hard to get more players on there. Besides your just mobile players. They have built up a charge, so they must have been waiting for that. They're going to push into C just kind of straight up now. See if they can get pressure on the side. Hardblue has to use here, and the medic actually is going to be able to back up. So Just in Time and company are just going to be like, well, let's just cycle Ubers, and then they'll probably push in afterwards.
Yeah, right now, Corsa goes down to Giraffe. That's a nice entry pick, but they force out that Uber early.
Oh, Muma is saved with that Uber charge.
Nice
just about to get dropped.
And he gets headshot by Chingu. That's one of those plays I was talking about. Excellent shot from Chingu as they finish that Uber fight. They might have been in trouble, but Hardblue is up, and Justin is down. Going to be about a 30% advantage.
Demento lurking around C point. That's really what Bote has going on right now.
Yeah, Demento playing a really good game right now, forcing that Uber early. Of course, it goes down to Chingu as kind of getting settled in here. Akuma with a nice headshot onto Free State.
Wow. And then gets Muma as well.
I know, headshots everywhere right now. As,
Skag did get the shotgun to take him out. Hardblue chasing the spy. Is going for some saws. And then Demento maybe suicided? I don't know.
That was a pretty solid play. I'm not Not sure I agreed with Harblu there. Could have just let his Pyro take out Demento, but again, not a big deal.
Oh, getting sauce, man.
On this. Yeah,
I actually think that Demento suicided to not give up with the last saw, which is actually a really clutch play.
Right now, they're looking like they want to pressure this. They're getting flooded from E right now. They look like they want to go into them with this Uber. They do. Oh. Excellent aggressive play as Squid's on him, but just in time. Just in time gets the Uber.
Yeah, that was a good counter Uber by them. Looks like Red will lose a Flu players. Wow. Where is he sniping from? Oh, he's sniping from window.
Yeah, a great shot onto Harblu as he rotated out there and just takes down Harblu. That's another pick they really needed. They need to rotate here just in time, getting a lot of pressure. But he gets the health pack there. I'm curious.
They still have to do something with this. They have to capture, they have to capture C, or I mean, you know, get really serious time on E, which isn't going to happen. And now they got to watch out for this heavy weapons guy who's going to gun down just in time.
That's a tough pick, but good work by Lunaside as he takes down Justin there. And right now, Giraffe does want to contest this.
Harblu's there as well, but they got to be a little bit careful to make sure that they don't go down here.
Yeah, right now they're just getting really good time. If Giraffe wants to make something on this point, he needs to move now and get on the point, which he does.
Cat's trying to get out here as well. I think they're going to get the capture.
Doing a great job of getting that pick, and that's going to change up the spawns for Red Team.
Plus, Giraffe gets gunned down by Skag. That's a nice pick there. Make sure to get key Demo Man player. D is a little bit more optional than C is. I really find that you have to get C to get those bridges out there to enable your other classes some more mobility around the point. And oh my god, big step by Akuma.
Huge play by Akuma there as it was looking like both team was going to push right onto E, but now they're going to have to do something about Harblu's Uber, which is at 100% right now. CJ goes down to a nice snipe by Chingu, and Squid almost died. Almost fell off the thing, but gets taken out by Tiny there. And a good play.
Yeah, so a bit of recovery from mTs. They're playing pretty solid right now. I mean, C point definitely took a while. Maybe almost shaky towards the end of E, but that stab on Just in Time really opened things up. And still holding control of that side room as well.
Yeah, right now Free State doing a good job kind of just dancing on that point. Right now, Chingu with a nice snipe onto Muma. That's going to hurt him in the long run. They really need to just get everybody up right now and get a coordinated push because Ubers are about even. Demento does go down on the right side.
Wrangled mini sentry gun down low for blue team. Wow, Chingu.
Chingu with an incredible dropped out shot just says, get out of here to Skag and denies him, but he does end up paying for it and going down. Oh, Tiny gets picked off by the black box down low. Again, both just bleeding players right now as mTs is just kind of DMing their way around the point. Demento does go down. Nice spot checking by Catsy. It looks like another pretty hard reset here as both sitting with 100% Uber waiting for their team to be up.
The control point is being captured.
And it does look like they're going to rotate to D and try and get this point here. Nice work just Ubering Geosis, forcing them out of there. Good lock and, sorry, not lock and load. Loose cannon from Muma to just get some early damage to that.
Blue's being really indecisive here, and they're paying for it as Just in Time gets taken down. Free State stabbed as well, and Free State rotated away from E to go to D. They're not even going to be able to finish the capture over there.
Yeah, again, mTs just kind of all swarmed in on him, and they got a heavy up in the high ground and just took out Boat, who was trying to cap D without anybody noticing. But
yeah. It's where the committing and waffling back and forth just doesn't work. I mean, Free State wanted to pressure E, and then was like, no, went over to D. And other players, though, were still kind of spread out. They're just going to pressure E right now. They're getting a lot of players on the point. Times 7.
Yeah, it looks like mTs is kind of caught out here in this AD connector. Skag getting on the demo early, forcing the Uber. Great play there as they needed that Uber force if they want to get this push. They need to get
barely gets
out
away.
Of
yeah,
Tiny
Squid floats away as well. I thought he was going to get chewed up there. Things kind of equalizing. There goes Remedy, falls to his death. Oh, Free State's a good spot on the red medic. Gets Harblu down. It is just one up. There's nobody up for mTs, and that might finally be it.
Yeah, and they finally just realized that they could get mTs to overextend there and punish them, but mTs did a great job of defending those last 2 points, which is something that's very hard to do once you get this limited spawn and the The sides are up.
Draft's
Doing a
gonna
good job.
come in. Oh my God! Draft with a 3K. Gets another one, and all of a sudden, Bote's like, wait, maybe we need to get on the point.
There it is.
Wow.
That was a really incredible play by Giraffe. Excellent pipes there on the point, but CJ doing a good job of staying on there, cleaning it up.
Yeah, good job by mTs. I mean, obviously they a really top level team, and you got to play till it's over. You know, you have to play till the end. And Draft and well, the rest of the team really kind of putting some effort into trying to extend that round as long as possible. But already, I'd say that round was on the long side. A and B went pretty quickly. B was a good time. You got those 2 double stabs by Demento on Hard Blue. But then the push out of that was a little blurry and definitely kind of on the slow side.
Yeah, mTs being a much more veteran team there, showing how they stayed pretty composed there even after losing some of their ground pretty early. And making sure to hold that E point really well, and the C as well, which is often kind of difficult since it's such a hard split to do.
Yeah.
4, 3.
But we're going to see how E plays this time. mTs going to be aggressive, going to put most of their players in as Akuma cloaks in up top.
Yeah, they're trying to put a bit of a defense up here, but Blue certainly streaming in. CJ taken out.
Muma actually goes down there, so does Free State. That's three frags, but it looks like they're probably going to be up. Ooh, long spawn on Muma, which is unfortunate. He missed the spawn wave, but of course they're just waiting to get some sort of pick here. Oh, he gets Hard Blue. Excellent way. Got some great comms from his team there. And Gerard goes down to Demento. The pick classes from both teams coming in huge right now. They even the odds and gave their team enough time. mTs still taking ground here. They can't give them this corner. Of course, it does go down to some pressure from the Spy and Pyro.
Level 3 is holding up just fine, though. Skag's keeping it healthy.
Great play by Lunaside as he just worked that corner.
Oh,
this is really, really aggressive play from mTs. Even though they lost those frags early, they're getting them here in the late game. Doing a great job of keeping the gun up as Skag trying so hard, but it does go down.
Yeah, great plays by Giraffe there, just using that corner well. He got a lot of spam over the top. And without Muma, they just weren't really able to counter that much. But here comes the Uber Charge. They're going to try and block the capture here. They got Muma and the Pyro Geosis. Geosis wrecking some faces, throwing some flare shots around. And they're just trying to clean up the rest of this. It's going to be risky, though. They could have lose a lot by this, but Just in Time does get out. Soldiers behind, though, on the side here. I don't know if they're going to be able to see that coming. Here's the jump in.
Yeah,
Remedy
and he does get Muma there. That's a good play. Great work by Remedy, kind of delaying that bomb until they were committed. And it does look like they are going to take B now. Justin did get out, so that's not the end of the world, but they're going to have 100% Uber pushing into C. So Bote is going to need to try and get something set up here as they're going to push BC as fast as they can.
Until Hard Blue gets stabbed again.
Demento having an incredible game right now. That is the third Uber he has dropped from. What a play. And of course it goes down to Chingu. That's unfortunate for Bote if they want to set up here. Chingu rotating, trying to get a shot on the medic here. But right now, doing a pretty good job of just getting some frags. Muma taking down Chingu. It's a good play. Lunaside getting in a pretty good spot there.
Yeah. Definitely well played by Lunaside getting forward. I mean, the whole team is doing a good job getting out there. Red has dropped Muma, but they are holding on to the C. But mTs, even without Hard Blue, just are so aggressive. They're so tough to deal with.
Yeah. Even when both of their players, even when Hard Blue and Giraffe went down there, mTs still has the aggression to go in. Bo gets Demento gets a nice stab on the enemy Spy.
And CJ gets a kill on Hard Blue, who's rotating around.
Yeah, excellent work there. Just some heads-up flank plays by CJ, similarly to what mTs was trying to do in the first half. And the Uber does come out here of Justin as they're trying to stop the point. They need to get somebody on it here. They're getting a lot of time as Spamfest just chilling on the point.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to concede it, to be honest.
Yeah, they're using that Uber just to get out. They lost Muma, which is unfortunate for their hold. But mTs doing a great job of quickly rotating. Chingu taken down by Kortha. Right now they're thinking about what to do. Looks like they are going to try and go deep through this deadly hallway. And Justin goes down to Lunaside.
Wow.
Great play there.
Yeah, awesome.
Again,
heavy rotation.
Just keeping the aggression on. I think it's catching Bote off guard right now, which is surprising. They really should have expected this. mTs, classically one of the more aggressive teams in the whole league, And right now, just keeping the pressure on every point. 6 minutes to cap E here, and they already have ×3. This is going to be an incredibly tough point to
Yeah,
push.
this could be like a
4:30-minute
time if they take this right now. I mean, Hard Blue pops Uber here, and they should be able to get just in time. Oh no, it gets bounced around, and actually Hard Blue had to pull back. So I thought maybe that they would be able to just get that capture there. Spamfest gets thrown into the pit, but Blue is still fighting around the point. Should be able to get this. They need to just get people on the point. Hard Blue sniped down, and Red is flooding back in from the backside. And, well, they're going to hold on to the defense here, surprisingly.
Yeah, I'm not sure that it's going to be enough. They really have to play it smart. They can't drop any silly frags here, as the respawn is just so long once you've capped D. So we'll see how they play. They're going to have to play conservatively and get in the setup they like. They did predict pretty well and Girardi'd them out early. Nice play as Muma just getting tons of spam into that AD connector. Tiny also goes down, though. No heavies for either team right now as Lunaside is trying to get back up.
Yeah, they certainly protect the rotated. They got to watch out, though, for CJ, who's rotated all the way around. He comes in on Hard Blue, and Hard Blue has to rotate into the other room to try to find some safety. But CJ getting a bunch of kills. Doesn't get Hard Blue, though.
Does get the sniper and demo, though. Excellent play. The double donks just coming in here from CJ, and Lunaside does go down with some pressure from Geosis. Right now, blue team rotating B as they try and get Soldier and Spy on the point.
Oh, but a stab, though, from Demento. Spy's going to get chased off as well. Blue Uber comes in, but see how much damage they can get with it. They do get just in time. Uma going down as well. Other players going down. Tiny, a big loss there without the heavy weapons guy. It's going to be tough for red team.
Right now, they need to play smart. They can't drop players, and they just doesn't look like they're going to have the spawns up in time.
They can't really contest.
Seconds.
Just
they
CJ,
really. Need to back the point here. They are going to get a pretty decent spawn wave.
Yeah, this is going to be tough, though, but we could see a miraculous defense here. They're going to need to, though. They took a lot of the time that was off the point beforehand. CJ trying to pressure now. Nobody capturing at the moment. Pirates, oh my god, Hard Blue jumps to his death! I think he was trying to jump around the pillar and failed it. NG's on the point. Can the sniper get the shot here? Pyro's trying to get on the point as well. Pyro standing strong. Sniper might not be able to stop this, and there we go. Hard Blue comes back. They capture the point. Sketchy stuff for a little bit there from Menace to Society. Whew.
Wow. Two nice pushes from both there, but mTs just being dominant on those first 2 points. First 3 points, actually.
First four.
Oh, yeah. I guess they did push all the way through D. Just dominant on those first 4 points and maybe got a little cocky on E there, which they suffered for. But again, wins a win there as Giraffe and, sorry, I almost called him Glacy. Hard Blue doing a ton of work as the combo is top scoring for mTs.
We were talking about, motivation and how that kind of factors into things, and momentum as well. And when you get a round like that, man, when it's just like a huge defense to start, and then you get that quick of an offense, and you're about to go into offense again, you definitely have to feel really, really good about that.
Yeah, and again, that's a huge morale booster as they finish that one up with a pretty decisive win over bote. Let's try and get some logs.
Never mind. Yeah, taking a look at these logs. I mean, certainly decisive. And kills a Giraffe with 28 kills and 10 deaths. 726 damage per minute. Wow.
Yeah. I mean, you said it. Stats like that, it's really hard to not get a win there as he was playing out of his mind. Right now, Muma needing to kind of keep up with him, but we will see how it goes in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, bote have some fraggers, Muma 18 and 17, Tiny 18 and 15. Forza had some good moments there for sure, but also Chingu had some pretty awesome moments for sure.
Yeah, I'm still trying to get these logs up, but
surprising how many times Hard Blue died all throughout that. Both medics going down quite a bit. Let's see where's drops. Hard Blue dropped 3 times compared to 1 drop on the other side.
Could you shoot me the logs when you get a chance?
Yeah, sure thing. But
Sorry, my logs .tf is being real slow. So yeah, I mean, not really a ton to say there other than mTs just kind of dominated that first matchup.
And we are live with the second set, so I mean, we'll see if bote will be able to kind of recover and lock things down a little bit better this time around. Their B push, I mean, just losing Muma at an unfortunate time and not having the demo man really in a good spot to kind of spam over that corner. So, you know, they just didn't have a force to kind of like help Skag secure that sentry gun. And got steamrolled there, couldn't really, I don't know, really mount a defense on C. And then the drop at D and was definitely a debacle. I mean, they rotated early out of C and then just died on D. You know, it's kind of, that's fairly inexcusable if you're going to be serious defense.
Yeah, again, contrary to what we saw from mTs when they kind of remained a little bit more calm throughout their offense, it looked like bote was just flustered there, making some silly plays that you know, can't really be excused. A nice bonk coming out at the beginning of the round from Free State. Again, it looks like they're probably going to give up A. Muma takes down Giraffe and Akuma. That's a great trap. Pretty nice early pick, but again, I don't really think it's going to delay that much as spawns are so quick on this offense.
Yeah. Almost want to save something like that for the medic. But probably going to get spotted out at some point anyway, so, you know, I guess it's fine to get what you can.
Right now, they're just rotating to B. They're trying to avoid what happened last time, which was they gave mTs early possession of this corner.
Demento called out on his hiding spot from before and just cleared up while still cloaked, so that's going to certainly help Hard Blue get in.
And here they're doing it again. They're giving this time, and the sentry does go down. Really nice. Oh my, the frags just coming in at perfect times from mTs. The sentry went down, Muma went down, and again the Uber is going to have to be.
Oh man, they're going to get crushed.
Here. Tiny goes down.
Yeah, Free State kill with a reflected rocket, and Red just getting wiped off the map here right now. Just in Time does get out, but he's back at C with his pyro, getting chased by a sniper and a heavy weapons guy. It's not necessarily an ideal scenario.
No, right now bote needs to kind of regain their footing and set up a C defense. This is going awfully like the first round, and they can't let Giraffe get in here and get this early spam. This is why he has so much damage.
Yeah.
He's just pressuring these chokes out so much. Nice pick on the Luna side by Demento. Nice positioning by Hard Blue here as he's just sitting on the point. Of course, it takes down Chingu. That's a nice play.
Hard Blue's going to have Uber earlier than just in time. He also got pressure on the side from Remedy, so if they commit too much, they're just going to lose Muma here, and they do. And Squid just runs past it all, gets Muma, and then just keeps walking forward. Going to rotate now a little bit. They are bringing in Hard Blue. He's got to watch out for the spy behind him. He's coming in with good angle. He's going to ignore the soldier. Does get Hard Blue.
Nice play by Demento that might have saved him this point. Giraffe is not backing off, though, and it does look like he's going to end up going down here. Oh, he almost got out there with 6 health, but nice work. And it looks like mTs is already set up for their E push. They already have the heavy on point. Chingu in a nice position, mini sentry up. If they're not careful, bote's going to give them too much room on E.
Yeah.
Right now, Akuma getting into a nice spot. It's only ×2, but it's a little deceiving here, as they are in a very nice position to get the pick. Nice job by Chingu as he takes down CJ on the flank. And some nice frags coming in here from mTs.
Yeah, and they forced Justin to use to try to get on point. Remedy thrown down into the pit. He's going to die, but bote might just get punished for this. The heavy barely gets away. He's going to have to eat his sandwich. He might be able to come back in here with Muma. Muma healed up now. Blue's still putting plenty of pressure. Engineer on the point, getting that cap time.
Blue with really nice control over this top area, which is so important. They're already getting forced out. Blue, nice Girardi by Corsa. And there it is, the follow-up.
CJ with a big rocket. Nobody's going to be able to get on the point right now for blue team. Hard Blue's got to rotate out. It's going to get wrangled at. Does survive. Scout gets on the point to put some more time on it. There goes the sentry gun for Skag. And Squid trying to get this capture. He's going to get gunned down by Tiny, though.
Hard Blue's taking a lot of damage.
And
CJ with a very well-timed bomb there as he comes in and takes out Hard Blue. Right now, they're
trying to get people on the point just to keep that time rolling and not slipping backwards. But this is going to be tough with the Demento coming in here, trying to clog things up. Ubercharge from red team as well. Just in time forced to use it. And Hardblue in that corner, he's getting chased. Might go down here, staying alive, does get taken out by Muma in free state.
Nice work, but Muma does go down, which is unfortunate because of just how long it takes to respawn on this map. Free state dancing around, trying to get the heavy pick, can't do it. Tiny goes down to a nice stab by Akuma, who's just doing what he does with that ambassador and punishing the flank here. Right now, it's looking pretty good for MTS as they're restacking this point, and Hardblue is coming in. Nice Girardi, but I don't know if it's going to be enough here.
Yeah.
Boat needs to get another stop if they want a beatable time.
Oh, CJ gets chewed up. Can't get Remedy down, or Hardblue. Really wanted to get Hardblue there. But Hardblue staying on the point. Looks like this is going to be the cap timer. 4:29.
4:30. Wow. Really, really good time from MTS. That's going to be a very tough time to beat for Boat. They need to go for aggressive plays, and if they don't pay off, it's probably going to mean the match for them.
Yeah, agreed. It's a really tough time. I mean, we saw it in the first one. I mean, that was about the time that they got in the first one. Real steady. And even when they dropped Hardblue, they still just kind of pushed forward and made Boat have to react and switch around. Got some very big picks on Muma for sure. And just solid pressure on that last point, really turning things around.
That first round, they actually got a 7:21 time. So that was much faster in the second round.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. I guess they ended up getting held up on E for a while. Yeah. That's right. That's which, I was thinking it was going to be 4:30 before then. Yeah.
I'm guessing that MTS is going to play this very smart and just sit in a comfortable position, knowing the E push is going to come at some point early in the game.
They're actually positioned a little bit more far forward on A here, with Hardblue actually on the point instead of with his back to the spawn door. So it's kind of interesting.
I'm not sure this is a good idea. It's almost like they're begging.
They want to use
to have a shot.
Wow.
They're just hard holding this point.
Yeah, Hardblue just.
Giraffe goes down.
Dude dodges by Hardblue. He says whatever to CJ.
Yeah, this is a very ballsy play.
Wow. Hardblue's fine right now. But now he's going to have to watch out now. He's going to have to pop pretty soon here. Yeah, scout on him. There we go. He pops.
Yeah, free state. Not one to miss a lot, and Hardblue does have to use here. And they're getting held up so long.
The mini-sentry throws Lunacide forward.
Giraffe does go down. This is what they need. They need to just rotate and get that early time on B while Red is all down. Because they just spent almost a minute on that first point already. It does look like they're rotating pretty quickly, and CJ is getting aggressive here.
But Remedy is in a point to be able to kind of spam things off. Don't see Giraffe over on B yet.
Oh my god. That might be one of those plays that is sealing the game up, because they still have to be aggressive here without any of the heals.
Oh man.
And a nice shot by Corsa getting squid. Takes down Chingu, opening it up a little bit, but the frags just coming in for MTS here are too much. And Remedy doing a great job of controlling that upper area, denying Corsa from a real spot.
Oh.
It does go down to Giraffe.
Yeah, and Remedy almost gets just in time again, kind of flanking through that side area. That's actually going to buy enough time for a lot of players for Red to get up. Spamfest actually going to pull the sentry gun back, so I don't know if Hardblue just, you know what, let's just make sure we get a really solid C defense.
They do pop the Uber on Squid
Okay,
there.
yeah, it does pop. There we go.
It wasn't really a whole lot of use there. Maybe buy some time for the rest of the team to flood in. Boat can't waste any more time. They need to push this point. They need to get in on Hardblue in that corner. Some nice spam onto the point as CJ does go down from Giraffe. Corsa takes down the heavy. That's a good pick. Gonna open it up a little more. Giraffe goes down. Chingu goes down.
Oh, Remedy big bomb on just in time though. And just in time had to commit, had to get out there. And Remedy just jumped over the top. Knew all the blue players were on the point. And, well, it's just Spamfest and Hardblue up, but Hardblue's going to duck in a spawn, and, well, I think they're going to be pretty happy with that B-hold.
That was a very, maybe not the best B-hold, but excellent job on A, wasting a whole minute there where most people just give it up in the first, like, 30, 40 seconds. B, solid work. I don't know why they're going for C. They don't have time.
Yeah, I do feel strongly that this... Well, maybe they just figure, you know what, let's capture C while we... build Ubercharge. That's about all I see from it. But
yeah,
also
maybe to
why?
get those ramps up so they can get as much time on the point as they can. They have, if they get C here, they have maybe one solid E push going into Harblue, who has 100% Uber. They are going to try and stop it. But they do get it.
Time,
That's probably best case scenario as Justin. Oh, he doesn't get out. Quick takes him down. And
yeah, he was kind of stuck in that
there.
corner. Yeah, that was tough. I mean, overall, like right before that, they had a couple players pushing E, and it's like, well, if you're gonna push C first, then why even throw players towards E? Now, obviously, that's what they have to do, but they've captured that C point, which is real crucial. They got a sniper overlooking this E point. That's Corsa. Does get Shingu to start things off. Heavy weapons guy is at that connector to C. Here comes the medic as well, so they're in a decent spot, and Hardblue's got to be careful, as 55%, but they're getting closed in on this side rim. Definitely getting pressured. CJ trying to get in on the heavy weapons guy. Tiny trying to get out there as well, rotate in and maybe win a fight versus Giraffe. Does
Tiny
get
goes
Giraffe,
down, though, to a nice flare by Cats. Right now, I'm just kind of awestruck. It looks like they're getting close, but this is going to be very deceiving as the Uber comes in here. They need to have him in position. Gios is doing a very good job, as most of the Uber was wasted there, and they did get out, kind of saving some players. Muma getting some nice spam out. CJ coming in.
Ooh, this has to happen now. They're getting on the point.
I don't know if it's possible.
Oh my god, this could be really close. Wow.
This is so close.
We just basically have to wait and see here. Giraffe is coming in. No, not enough. Red wins.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah,
probably
really...
a second or two there. Tops. Jeez.
Yeah, that was very close on the finish there. Bote not quite able to get that done.
I'm
extremely close.
This might actually be in review because they did get the point before the round ends. So they might have to review that time. I'm not quite sure because the point should not be able to be capped once the time's up. So it does look like they're switching teams.
Yeah, I mean, I did get maybe just the display was weird because I do see on there in my logs that they captured it.
Yeah, I think
so that ran through.
It might have said red.
But then it said red
I think
1.
Boat team is named red. Yes, Boat team is named red. So they did get the cap.
Oh, okay.
Whoa! Wow.
Wow, that is really close.
eXtine, that is the closest round of TF2 I've ever seen.
Yeah, I've seen some really close G pits, but I mean that's very, 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 very close in the stopwatch world. Pretty rare that happens, so pretty exciting stuff. And I mean, 4:29 is a really close time. So I mean, definitely surprised that that's how that went down. That was crazy.
I mean, I almost felt like I stopped commenting because I was just on the edge of my seat there.
I know, me too.
I mentioned before I am a little biased. I'm trying to mitigate that. mTs playing exceptionally well. Boat team also giving them a run for their money as they did take that last round. But holy smokes, that is a huge turn of momentum right now, as Boat must be going insane in the Mumble right now as they took that round in 4:20. I think it's actually says they capped it in the same time.
Oh,
so
wow.
That is
wow.
A very crazy round there. Yes, it says they both capped in 5:29 with setup time included, so less than a second.
Wow, and it does say in the logs, round win for blue, so they got it literally in that last, frames of action. Definitely crazy to have that come down to literally the last second, and Boat keeping their chances alive here.
Keeping the boat afloat, as one Bluebird would say.
Yeah, doing quite a good job of it. And now we'll have to see, just how these teams are going to adjust. Both, medics have had some difficulties staying alive, getting dropped, but we've also seen them starting to figure that out. Giraffe kind of spamming a spot on top of one of the signs that they knew that Demento was going to be staying in. Got an early pick there. And let's see, we're going to have defense first from Boat. Is that correct?
Yes, I do believe that they're going to be on defense first here.
No, actually, they're going to be on offense, right? Because they did just defend first that last set.
Did they re-exec or not? I didn't actually see.
Well, how they should handle it, I believe, is a boat on offense, just like the first set was.
Yes, I believe you're right.
Yeah.
But sorry, stream viewers, I got a little bit excited there. I'll try to keep my nerves in check as we go into this final round. Some great plays by everybody there. I gotta give it out right now. Demento and Corsa for both team and Giraffe for MTS. Just even losing that round, stats still looking incredible right now. Finishing that round with 661 DPM to Muma's 485. I mean, I predicted Muma, but boy, do I look dumb right now as Giraffe is just absolutely killing it on this map.
Yeah, Giraffe certainly has had some huge plays, getting some multi-kills, jumping on the point, even just kind of at the end of that, what was it, that first set or whatever, trying to get those pipes on to hold that point a little bit longer. And, he's just making plays all over the place, putting out a ton of damage. mTs in that last set really did all they could, with trying to hold A, get some extra time on there. Trying to, I don't know, their B hold, was pretty fair, pretty straight up. I don't know, I thought they were going to get more out of the fight on C. That boat just barely kind of eked that capture out as well. And then afterwards, man, Hardblue was in such a weird position kind of in that side area and just taking a ton of pressure. That was kind of their undoing towards the end.
Yeah, I think a little bit of poor positioning combined with some, I want to say lucky frags coming out of both there, just getting the right people at the right time to get that last cap. Again, they can't play it that close because that was as the flip of a coin. It was so close. So we'll see how they do here on this next round. Again, you were correct. mTs playing defense first. Giraffe setting up a new trap, hopefully something that we can look for. Free State on the Sandman, so we will see if any silly bonk plays come out of this.
Also, we'll see if Hardblue and company choose to hold where they were holding before, kind of out front here. Right now, it seems like that's going to be the case, that Hardblue... Wait. What? Oh, okay, sorry. Weird. I'm watching Hardblue and he like ducked inside of a barrel. I didn't know how you could do that, and then he uber sawed it out. Wow.
Yeah,
mind blown. You learn something new every day.
Barrels, I think, actually, I don't know if it's illegal or not. I think it might be like a prop exploit or something, but
that to hide in it.
Yeah, I think Hardblue just making sure a spy can't be in there at some point during the game. But coming in here again, Hardblue on this soft A hold as opposed to where he was last time, as they are just getting this early pressure. CJ looking for a big bomb here as he goes over top and pressures out Remedy.
Did find a Kuma in there, so no worries of the spy.
Yeah, some really early as pressure from both. That's what they need to do. This is much more of a standard A push as Hardblue and Co are rotating to the B side.
Wow, Demento was up top, was going for a stab on Hardblue as he came out of those doors, but didn't get a chance to that time around.
Yeah, some good awareness by mTs as they take down Demento, who's been getting quite a few picks on Hardblue this match. So and the push is coming out. Tiny just peeking that with the Fist of Steel, looking to see what's out there. Looking to buff up Corsa to get some sort of pressure, but Chingu in a pretty aggressive spot, waiting for somebody to come drop down.
They're taking their time, that's for sure. Blue's got a scout engineer behind. Rest of the players just getting in here slowly. Lunaside gets sniped down, which will help out for sure.
And Muma does go down. He gets dropped in that Uber. That's unfortunate. And Free State does go down as well. There's not much cleanup here from both teams. They need to pressure out this sentry gun early.
And here's the counter Uber.
Oh, they do get the gun. Nice work by Corsa. The Uber comes in from Hardblue to deny the point. They need to keep Justin alive right now so they can re-push this with that 10-15% advantage. Corsa goes down to a headshot from Akuma. Counter-sniped from the spot.
Yep. Muma trying to get in here. Free State out here as well. Tiny's taking a lot of damage. Starting to back up now. We'll get to his medic.
Nice work by Demento pressuring that the spy out.
Yeah.
Or sorry, not the spy, sniper out. And some nice frags in here. Lunaside does go down.
Akuma spotted out as well as Red's starting to kind of get pressured out here. Remedy sniped by Corsa just as he was trying to bomb in towards the point. And Harblu's going to have to back out here with Katsy and rotate out to another point. So be under control of bote.
Nice
they're going to have to move to C now.
They have a little bit of an Uber advantage, but with how Hardblue plays, it's probably not going to be usable. He's a smart medic, and he's going to get that 100%. As Corsa's looking for some sort of frag, they're not going to peek this if they're smart. Free State just going through and getting right on the point. This has kind of been his style as he just rushes this E point and gets that early pressure. Corsa taking down Akuma. I think that was a dead ringer actually. As the Uber comes in, aggressive Uber there.
Yeah, they're pushing hard with this. Free State's still around. It's gonna look for a flank after this. And
Free State does go down to Squid, and a lot of frags here coming in for MTS, which is gonna open it up for Squid to get in on them. Oh, and they all go down as Remedy goes around, and Lunaside pinch them from both sides. Excellent coordination from MTS as they just wipe bote off the face of CP Steel.
Yeah, huge play by Remedy there, and in a clutch position here as well. Talked about the importance of getting that C point capture, and this is where things can really kind of drag on. Once you get C, you know, I mean, obviously you can still get slowed down by D or capturing E itself, but this is a big gap. If you have C, as we saw in the last round, you can just capture the point straight up. You don't necessarily need D. And right now, Hardblue's about to get an Uber charge, just kind of backing up. CJ's maybe in a position to come in here in a second. Squid's going to find him. They're going to fight in this alleyway, but CJ taken down, no problem.
Yeah, bote looking to get some pressure. They know it's very difficult to push this point straight up. They're looking for some sort of pick as Chingu is up. I don't really know what they're looking for here. It looks like they're rotating around to D, maybe?
Yeah, they're kind of in a weird spot. They have a scout on
the Uber
on
comes
E, that's
in
just
there
Free
as
State.
Giraffe takes down Muma. Unfortunate as he's dropped there. Justin did not have the Uber to save him yet.
Justin did get out, though, at least. That was the one difference between what happened last time and what happened this time. They might push him with Geosys. They're thinking about it, but no Uber charge there.
Yeah, Kathy there to make sure that it doesn't happen. Right now, Justin pretty unprotected besides with Pyro, and it does look like they're going to try and rotate to C as Muma comes up. They're on them. This is really good play right now as they're already on top. The Uber does come in. Of course, getting the snipe on Hardblue as well as Chingu there. And some pretty aggressive plays as they rotated very well to take this C point.
They're going to need more players with them, though. They don't have the heavy weapons guy. Pyro not up with them as well either.
The bomb coming in from Remedy.
There we go, just in time. I don't know how they expected to capture with just Medic and Demo Man when MTS knew completely what they had. And it's like, no problem.
Yeah, right now Tiny doing a ton of work. He does get taken down by Squid, but only after 3 frags. Sorry. Skag doing some nice work, just checking for that spy.
Yeah, until he gets gunned down by Squid. MTS still doesn't have too many players left, but Chingu does get a snipe on Corsa. Muma's out here, but is, I think, just basically... does stop Lunaside. They get gunned down, but a nice loose cannon there.
Squid underneath, trying to play around the point. Getting a lot of time here on E. It's getting to the point where they're going to have to rotate some people. CJ does go down to a nice snipe from Chingu. I keep wanting to call him Fury. Stop aliasing as different things for long periods of time, UGC.
So it looks like bote really just kind of used that rotation or that pressure on E to like get MTS to move around. Now they're all on C.
The Uber does
Uber charge out here, though.
Justin doesn't have it. He's playing very aggressively for having 0 advantage.
Oh,
and
man.
MTS just collapsing in on him, and he does go down to draft there. They need to play smart and play with that advantage.
Big stab by Demento on Hardblue again. But it's kind of a consolation. It's like just in time, just getting up. You'll end up with a bit of a charge advantage, but Hardblue will be up in no time as well. They're going to put pressure on E, but I mean, you really have to follow through with it. Otherwise, it's just pointless.
Yeah, right now they're trying to rotate around. They need to realize that they have a solid 20% advantage. It might be something they can push off of, but they can't mess around right now. And Chingu just sitting there, preventing the push from happening just by his presence. Right now, they just need to get a nice push on C. They've done a great job of rotating. There goes Remedy dominating the flank.
And Scout and Soldier are going to be on E for a little bit and then get chased off. And get chased off again. And meanwhile, Remedy picks up another kill. So does Katsy. Soldier on point, but it's really no big deal. Chase him off. This just feels like a wasted time.
There's just a lot of time going to. There's really only 5 minutes left. They need to get something here. They need to commit to something, and this E push is just not working as mTs is just in too good of a position. They can't really get on the point. Justin doing a good job getting that Uber charge, even behind Harb.
The thing with this, without the C bridge down, is that you just lose so much time without players on it that you need to keep sending players over. The engineer like jumped over there, but now he's just like trapped there. The scout's on there, but as soon as the scout jumps off, it's going to start ticking down.
They're going to just use Uber here really smartly. They're holding this Uber.
But Hardly falls in the well, dies Uber charged.
Yeah, I think that was from Geosis. I might be wrong here. Some good frags coming in, but again, they need to commit to C. This is such a hard push to get without the bridges.
It's one or the other. I mean, they need more players than just the soldier on there if they're really going to fully capture it. Because as soon as he dies, it's just going to start sliding down. And meanwhile, Free State does get a kill on the spy, but it's like, you need to get on the point right now, bro. And they must have been calling that because he is on there now. Engineer skips over there as well, but this point takes forever to capture. Free State trying to stand on there, dodging pipes, but then gets sniped down.
Giraffe goes down too, though. That's a nice pick.
CJ is the only one who can get over there.
Falls into the pit. Doesn't seem like anything is going the way of Bote right now, as they're just losing players at critical times, as the flank of mTs is just getting some great 2-for-1 trades, as Remedy takes down 2 players on the flank, including Corsa, which is going to leave Chingu up here to just harass the point.
Yeah, that's what's so treacherous about this map, is you see an opportunity like that, you're like, well, maybe we could just capture E and win the game because we just dropped hard blue. It's like, well, maybe you should have just captured C because you ended up just wasting 2 minutes of time, and you're back where you are. Just in time is with Muma, but they have 90% Uber charge. Even if they use it over here, they actually are running away from C. You might go back to E over here, but again, you're going to have to follow through with this capture. Just in time has to use it. In an awkward spot is flashing the scout and the soldier over on the point, but they need to be capturing the point. They are getting some frags here, but the same problem is going to persist afterwards.
Yeah, they're just not getting enough trades to make this E-push viable.
And I mean, Free State gets on, but then he just gets banged up immediately. And Just in Time has to try to focus on healing him. He goes down. CJ does get killed on hard blue.
Great flanks on the side there. This might be what they need if they can really
Wrangler
keep pressure
jump over. Geosis. Oh my god! Muma just falls to his death coming out of the teleporter. That's not going to help at all, but if Free State can stay on there and finish this capture. Pyro's trying to spam over. Free State does get it.
Lucky they got that E-cap. That's still it's a pretty standard, slower to standard time. But with how mTs is playing offense, that's probably going to be a really tough time to combat.
Yeah. That was madness, and I don't know. Again, I'll shut up about it. But the whole CE back and forth is what you have to take care of. And when they kind of like put some pressure on E, and then they were like, okay, now let's go back to C. The problem they had there was that they did that. They went back to C, and then he was like 20% from Uber charge, pushed in recklessly, ended up dying. They didn't even get the capture. And it was like this like pat on the back, like, oh, we distracted him with E. Okay, now let's push C. And they just kind of like haphazardly pushed. And then that back and forth of like not knowing whether to like fully commit to E or to just go and capture C. And then they ended up trying to capture C and just drug on for a really long time. And it's going to be tough holding this. But, it's possible right now. It's still possible.
Yeah, they need to get a really solid defense. And again, they can't give up C because the way that this map works, it's just so hard to pressure them out. Once they've gotten C, it's so easy to just trade those frags and get on the point, but they were just unable to.
Getting a lot of kills here as Katsy did some good damage and Lunacide finishing some people off.
Corsa goes down, which is a pretty unfortunate pick. They really need him up to kind of make plays on this B point where he has a bigger sight line. Just in time, playing passive, he needs to stay up. He's died a lot to the flank classes of mTs this game. But
he's keeping his eyes back.
Akuma dead ringing in, getting into position. They need to know that he's going to be on that gun. Muma being very aggressive without the support of his medic. He can't get picked here. They need to have a steady defense.
Yeah, it definitely has to be on lock here. Ubercharge is going to come out here. Giraffe moving out here. Counter Uber on Geosis trying to get those air blasts, but instead he's the one getting thrown around. CJ jumps over the top. Can he get Hardblue? Oh, gets killed right before he can throw that last rocket out. But the spot is on Hardblue. Does pistol him down before Hardblue can get that kit.
Nice.
Big heads-up play.
Excellent work by Demento and CJ following up. But again, this is what mTs did so well in the first 2 rounds. They kept up the pressure even when Hardblue wasn't there, and they often won the point. Bote needs to keep pressure on them, keep doing damage, and take advantage of Justin still being up right now.
They've lost a few players, Corsa and Free State. The Sentry Gun has stayed up. Spy trying to get in there.
And it is wrangled out of there as Skag tries to play back a little.
Was a good call on that. It seems like they did, pull that Sentry Gun out just right in the nick of time, right before he kind of became untenable. And mTs is going to take that. I think they're going to be pretty happy with that time. And right now, I mean, Bote's trying to imitate mTs and hold that same connector. But I don't know if they'll be as successful.
Yeah, right now they're already getting forced out of here by some good spam as Demento does go down to Giraffe. And it looks like mTs is trying to push all the way around, maybe?
No, they're going to go straight up the gut.
They are going to
just
go
waiting for the
through
door.
open. Or this top area up by Rocks here.
And Giraffe gets in a pretty good position. Ubercharge used early. They're going to push it with Squid. Just in time does pop his as well. Hardblue kind of getting into a weird spot. Geosis loses track.
Of course,
There goes Hard.
Hardblue there. If Justin stays up, this could be a very nice trade for them. mTs does go down to Skag. Excellent play. Remedy just getting out, and that's a pretty good trade there from Bote team. That's what they're going to need to keep doing. Ticking the clock down to 7 minutes. They've already got B. It's going to be a tough one here.
Yeah, it's just Spam Fest on the point for Blue. So, I mean, that's not too big of a deal. We'll need to send somebody over there eventually. React somehow. They're trying to just push through the CE connector here.
Yeah, and Giraffe getting a lot of room. They can't let him do this. Oh, Justin goes down there. Giraffe just got super aggressive and with the heals was able to take down just in time. Very nice play there by mTs, which is going to open it up. And Geosis goes down. They don't really have a way to deny this incoming push from Hardblue and mTs.
They do clear Squid off the point, which is good. But Harb is going to get out towards the point. Just sending players out there. We'll see if they can get an ambush on Hardblue. CJ does get some rockets out there, and Demento is behind. Oh, huge stab again! Stab.
And how is he doing this? He's getting so many picks on Hardblue.
Yeah, that one was
awesome.
And
he's in a position again to make a play. Oh, and an unfortunate misstab there by Demento. But they are going to get C. I mean, the picks are coming in on Hardblue from the pick classes, but they're just not really following it up. It doesn't seem like Justin and the combo is rotating as quickly as they need to on defense to match mTs's aggression.
Yeah, I mean, mTs already pretty well set up on D. Giraffe is out there. He's going to have to back up a bit, try to find some health.
CJ does go down there. Right now, Lunaside just pushing this point. There's just not a lot of players up here that can stop this point right now.
Yeah, and the combo is stuck trying to fight over D.
Bote needs to get on E and commit, but there's just not a whole lot of players that can stop it as the point gets about halfway now.
Yeah, and they kind of got hyped into really holding on to D there and committing a lot to the defense. The medic has dropped down, so they can only walk out through this route. They're going to pop the Uber here, and Just in Time is kind of safely tucked away, but they need to get players out on the point. Can they get the Pyro out here? Okay, mTs does kind of flee the point for now, but with all that time on it, it won't take too long to recapture it. Spamfest on the point, and even just him could get the job done. Scout out there as well. CJ trying to fight it. The sniper goes down. Skag sniped though, and his mini, I don't think he's gonna be able to do it. There we have it. mTs gets the capture, gets the win.
Close second round there, but in the third round, mTs tired of the game, it seems like, just deciding they want to end it, bullying Bote off the first 2 points, making sure to get that C cap, which led again right into that E capture and the win.
Yeah. Wow, what a fantastic game. It's mTs just bringing the heat and able to put down a really solid defense for sure on their half of this set. And then, play things on offense just like how they were doing all day. Bringing that pressure and forcing Bote to just kind of rotate, and just in time going down. I think forcing them to commit at D was also really kind of what undid him at E.
Yeah.
They just had enough players in there. They had Giraffe pressuring on D, and Bote got into this mindset of just like, oh, we just lost C real bad, and if we lose D right now, we're going to be totally screwed. But then they, moved enough players over there. They got the combo to kind of commit to D, and the whole time they were just capturing E, and then they just kind of rotated the rest of their defense there and were able to hold on to it.
Yeah, it just didn't seem like it was coming together on the defense half for Bote. They did a fairly good job on the that second offense, but again, struggling against mTs just flank. They were just so potent as Remedy and Squid would come in there and get huge picks, especially on Mooma, who just wasn't able to keep up with Giraffe because he was averaging about twice as many deaths as him throughout the whole game.
Yeah, the flanks by Remedy coming around, while Bote was trying to push through C was pretty fantastic.
I don't know. Are we doing some post-game interviews? Would you like me to try and get Giraffe in here, maybe?
Yeah, if you could, that would be awesome.
All right. You can bring up the stats while I talk to him.
Yeah, looking at the stats a little bit more, what's also just, pretty telling is the deaths on that one. The lowest deaths in that set was Giraffe with 4 deaths. Pretty awesome stuff there. I mean, with the Giraffe just being able to dodge that so much. Just in time having 6 deaths, and then Harp having 8. So even though just in time, having some difficulty staying alive, having some difficulties, having that impact on his team, Hardblue still died more times in that last set. So definitely interesting statistics there.
Yeah, Hardblue went down more, but to me, it didn't feel like he was necessarily playing a worse game. Justin having some really unfortunately timed deaths, whereas Hardblues were often kind of after the push as Demento would sneak in or Corsa would get a nice shot on him. It wasn't really denying the push for mTs or from mTs, whereas Justin just getting picked in huge defensive situations where he needed to be up and give his team heals. Which was part of the reason mTs was able to get such an aggressive time on that first and second round, and third round, I guess.
Yeah. So we'll play to both teams. Looks like we are getting some players in here now.
Hello.
Hey, yow! What's up, guys?
Not much.
Looks like we got. If you guys want to say, wow, bring the whole team in here. If you guys just really want to say hi real quick, just say your name so that people can familiarize with your voice a little bit. Let's go down
Hi,
the line.
I'm Remedy.
Hi, I'm Giraffe.
Hi, I'm Lunaside.
Excellent job introducing yourself, guys.
Hey.
I have to say
Thanks.
this. I've heard in a post-game interview.
You cut out a little bit there, Grizz. Yeah, hit it up.
So I gotta say, what do you guys think it was your key to success in that? Obviously, you had some really, really good offensive times, giving up kind of a almost crazy second round there that came down to the final second. What do you think led to your overall victory this match?
Our rotations were on point today.
Yeah. Yeah, we just rotated when we needed to, and we didn't over rotate from C, so they couldn't really cap E or C. And we just held those points for a while.
Moving on to something a little more personal to your team, you guys have had a couple switch-ups lately, bringing Harb back to Medic and Remedy back on Soldier, as well as Chingu coming into Sniper, you guys. How have you guys adjusted in the last 2 weeks to having everybody on those positions?
Well, Harb hasn't been here for any of the scrims, and he played the game of his life. But no, it's good. Harb calling frees up a lot of stuff for me to click on things, and
yeah,
I don't have
coming
to
out with over 750 DPM on that first round, and not even slowing down as you picked up about 650 the next one. How do you guys
a little bit.
how do you guys support Giraffe so well? And what were you doing to stop Mooma?
Kind of got hyped into really.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's indeed something that you guys
I
did
know,
well.
we focused targets pretty well, and we didn't hold far back unless we needed to, so they didn't really get much space.
We're all good at going in at the same time and shooting all the same things.
Yeah, you guys had excellent focus fire, especially on that C push. What do you guys think was the biggest threat to you guys during that match from both team?
Demento killing Harblue
Harb just
at every
dropping,
opportunity.
like, every...
Yeah, some crazy picks coming in there.
I
But,
don't know, he got some pretty nice jobs.
Anything else you guys want to talk about as far as your match on Steel?
I was
We
curious.
Yeah.
I was curious to
went
hop
well.
in there. Was there any confusion on that second set of you guys like winning it? I mean, that was so
there was.
close.
Yeah, we actually thought we won until we heard like the "You are losers" announcer thing.
Oh.
Yeah, we just tried like a bunch of different holds, and just got caught out in shitty times.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for both team, but great play by you guys, especially just dominating on offense, getting some great Ubers into them, both offensively and defensively. But what do you guys think of looking forward in the season? You think you have any more tough matchups or not really?
I don't know. We've already played Candy, Boat, and Hate
April.
now. Yeah, like I guess it depends on the map, but it should be a lot more smooth sailing. Maybe
Yeah.
like JK could, depending on the map.
I don't know who won the Candy versus Hate matchup. Could somebody yell that
Hate
out?
won.
Ooh, I'm curious.
Yeah.
Take 1-2-0.
Yes.
Hate did. Wow, so you guys are now in contention for that first place spot.
Nice.
So
Yes.
you guys are the first team, you and K&D have now finished up your matches against those top four kind of teams, Boat, K&D, yourselves, and of course Hate. Hate only has one loss, so the first place spot is still up for grabs for really from anybody here. So it could come down to if Boat takes a couple more rounds or beats Hate, you guys will probably secure first base.
I sure hope so.
But who knows? UGC's scoring system makes no sense sometimes, but we'll see how it goes. What do you guys think of your chances in playoffs this season? It's a little early, but how are you guys
I'm
feeling?
just saying.
Easy first place.
MTS hasn't lost a match when Remedy was playing, so
Oh.
you can look at even in the last season.
Well, these are stats.
Let's hope he shows up in the playoffs then, right?
That's right, buddy.
All you gotta know is I'm half the heavy of Dill. Dill's a
Yeah.
fucking legend.
Yeah, Moonaside filling in for Dill. You did a pretty awesome job. Any comments on playing the heavy weapons guy for an entire UGC Platinum match?
I don't know, it's really
It's a thrill.
easy.
Please keep playing for us, Luna. You actually show up.
I don't know, it doesn't take much thought, really. You just look at people and they die.
So you're saying you're such a natural at heavy, you don't even have to think about it?
I don't. I could just micro everyone and just play heavy.
Wow. I mean, everybody on MTS had a pretty solid game. Remedy, you on the flank, made some huge plays on the combo. Giraffe picking up some great picks as well as tons of damage. All of you guys doing really well. Spamfest, anything you'd like to comment on how you guys played? We haven't heard much from you.
Come on, speak up,
We
Spamfest.
played well.
Oh, thanks,
That
buddy.
is true. Again, facts coming out of MTS right now. Last few questions here. At the end of the game, all Harblu said before leaving was, quote, "That was easy."
Yeah, it's really strange. Harblu's usually really well-mannered in TF2. I was really caught off guard by that.
Yeah, he's had a couple instances this season, but you guys think it was
we'll have a
easy, or-
stern talking with them. I don't know. The second half got pretty close. Overall, it kind of felt like we were in control for most of the game.
yeah, you guys can say yes if you thought it was easy. I'm not here to trap you guys in a corner for questions.
Well, we can't
only
say it was
lost-
easy because we lost the second round, but our
The second
offense
round was
is
just
By,
like-
by less than a second.
we didn't have trouble on offense, that's for sure.
And the second round was like 2 big mistakes in a row, and that's why we lost it. But
Yeah,
then,
you guys looked pretty
other than that, we were
comfortable in
fine.
those first and third rounds, though.
That was pretty comfy.
Like a couch. Anything else, eXtine?
No, thanks for joining us, guys. Appreciate you guys stepping in. Obviously, congratulations on your victory as well. I'm sure we'll be seeing more of you guys throughout the season. So,
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Well, yeah, anytime, get a whale. I'll see you later.
Yeah, great game, MTS. Good luck during the rest of the season. I'll see you guys later.
Bye.
Jeez.
All right. Well, huge shout out to our production man, Dashner, holding things down tonight. And definite thanks to Grizz for joining us tonight. But that will do us, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks so much for tuning in. I am eXtine, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace out.